right. So this month in real estate, part two, there is even another way of doing this. Okay. And what it requires, and one of the things that I would suggest that you do to get the most usefulness out of this information is to have a blog. Now, those of you that don't know what a blog is, or say I don't have a blog, this is my Keller Williams Keller Williams business app, Google Business Apps login. You can tell by the KW up here. You see that little box, those little boxes of boxes, right? You click on that. What we want is not here, but when we click on more, one of the choices is Blogger. And Blogger is a blogging platform owned by Google. Now, if you haven't ever done this before, you create a new blog. I happen to create one called San Jose Real Estate Market Report. Now, if you were to create one, and I don't want to keep doing this, I end up with a whole bunch. So the title is what you'd ever want to call the blog. And the second line is a URL. It's a domain. Now later you could get a domain and use the domain, but what Google's going to do is give you a domain. So you don't have to go to GoDaddy, you don't have to buy a domain, right? But then all that it'll say .blogspot.com, it's really a subdomain. And then you'll see there's a bunch of templates and you could pick from them. What I would recommend you to do, this is the simplest blog to start with, right? This is blogging with training wheels. And for those of you who are thinking, well, I don't know anything about blogging and I wouldn't know possibly what to do, if you typed in Google blog spot tutorial and you just Google searched it, and I would recommend, because they update it all the time, you want something in the past year, and I like to watch videos. Here are videos and videos and videos, how to set up AdSense. Some of them are how to use blogger post pages and tabs, and you'll see that there's a whole bunch of things. So what you want to do is to just create a simple blog, right? I created a simple blog, but I've modified it a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on view blog so you can see this is what the blog looks like right now. And look what I did. My post for Tuesday, April 8th, 2014 is this month in real estate, Santa Clara County, March 2014. And even though it was posted in April, and I know I was saying April before, I might want to change that. Those are the same graphs and charts, right? There they are. So what I'm doing with this, so I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go over here to, by the way, up here is your dashboard. I kind of click on design, and what it will allow me to do is I could change the colors. Here are all these preset things I could pick, right? Because if I say I don't like that, I want a different color. I want that color. You say no, I don't like that color. I want something else. This is a simple one. You can spend a lot of time on this, right? So I'm not going to worry about that. I'll use the simple one for now. Notice what the Google has is a mobile site already for your blog. Isn't that wonderful? And it works on mobile phones right out of the box. You don't have to do anything. Now, what I'm going to do for you is, whoops, I didn't really want to make it. This is how that little pencil creates a post. I didn't want to actually create a post. Well, over here, these are the different, parts. I'm going to look at the posts, and this one, I didn't want to create that post. So here's a post, and I'm going to click on edit. And what I might do is change that to April because that's more consistent. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on this button that says HTML code. Don't be scared. Copy it. And I'm going to go to my little notepad. I'm going to paste in that code. And I'm going to say File, Save As, this month in real estate, April 2014, HTML. All right, and I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to save it. So you too will have access to this code. Why do you want access to this code? What you can do on your blog, once you've created the blog, you notice how I toggled between code and compose. What you can do on your blog is you're going to write a post, click on HTML code, and you're going to paste in that code. And then when you click on compose, you're going to see it looks really nice like that. What I would suggest that you do, and what I'm planning on doing through our little coaching sessions as we go along, is I'm trying to sneak you into blogging. And so we can put calls to action on the sidebar. And a sidebar calls to action would be search thousands of Silicon Valley area homes. Find out what your home is worth. Interested in a real estate career? Download the best mobile app in real estate, right? And so we can create buttons or little icons so when people click on them, they end up right where we want to be. So the purpose of blogging is, one, somebody might be searching for this and find it on your site. Two, it gives you a place to focus your thoughts about real estate. What you ought to try to do is every week have a new elevator speech. Something you could, if somebody said, so what's going on in real estate? How's the real estate market? Something you could talk about. It might be something you learned from Turnkey. You might, you get copies of their slides, even if you don't make it to their meeting all the time about what's going on in the market. It could be something that you've read. It could be something that I've posted, but it gives you an opportunity to focus. But there's another reason for doing this. And remember, I've copied all this HTML code. I'm going to just click on update. We were talking about this month in real estate as a newsletter. So another choice we have is we go back to our marketing materials and there's a single email template. And we click on that and we open it up and we go to create and edit. And what we're going to do is we're going to just get rid of this text, but notice this little button, HTML, and we paste in our HTML and we click on update, and look what it's done. It's made a newsletter, right, that we could add stuff to and add stuff to and add stuff to. And when we go to save as, it's going to want a name, this month in real estate, 4-2014 Santa. This one, they're not going to see that as their subject, county. And when we hit save, we've now made we go back, and if we want to look at it, we have to go to, here it is, this month in real estate, and it's got if we want to preview it, right, what it's going to look like in an email, this is what it's going to look like, and it's got your information down at the bottom as well, and we could just send it out as an email. One of the values of doing it this way, and again, it's under my Save Pieces single email template, one of the values of doing it this way, it lacks that formal architecture that the newsletter has and the template has, and sometimes this will go better on a cell phone if somebody's looking at it, because it's mostly plain. It's not completely plain text, but it's a text-based one with the graphs and charts. Right. So what I'm going to do, in addition to, I put that HTML code in the folder too, right? So what I'm going to do every month is I'm going to put it in the folder, so you can just copy that code and put it on your blog, right? I'm doing everything but showing the property for you, and yeah, we'll have to talk about that. Sure, go ahead.
Because I was gonna ask you to leave that open because I'm trying to do it for my Mac, but you know how it is with the Mac. And I have Silverlight, but it's being weird.
Well, I don't know. I could open these up again. I don't think it's going to help you, my text files, because I'm sending you. It's not on the do the one thing yet.
Okay, you pulled those up from here, right?
Right, from my computer.
Oh, from your laptop.
I'm connected.
Gotcha. I was thinking that you were pulling it up from like the. Okay.
No.
Cool.
All right. So I'm going to stop this one because that's the second part of this month in real estate.
Nice.